Hey, what's up everybody? In this episode, I want to talk about this. So this is the Tank 3 Ultra 2 by Kospet. This is a rugged smartwatch that is an alternative to all the other big brands out there, but this one is under $200. Now we're going to start with unboxing so you can see everything that comes inside the package if you were to get this watch, and then I'm just going to go right into the review and my thoughts about this, so I hope you'll stay tuned. If you'd like to check out everything else we have going on, it's at Tough Guys DIY on all social media. Let's get started. Okay, as we said in the intro, this is the Kospet Tank T3 Ultra 2. Now that name is a mouthful, but that is in fact the name. I had a little bit of fun here with the box just to kind of show off that this thing is supposed to be indestructible, so there you go. Quick disclaimer, this watch was provided to me in exchange for an honest review, and that is exactly what I'm going to give you here. Now inside of the box with the watch, of course you get the main components, but this one also comes with the optional add-on stainless steel band and the magnetic charging cable, as well as some extra pins so you can connect different bands to the watch, and one extra part for the stainless steel band. The screen protector that come in there, I didn't really like to keep it on there. I wanted to test it out without that on there. And you do of course get the silicone band as well, which that was my main daily driver band. I use that one most of the time here when testing the watch for the review. Heading into the setup for the watch, this process was pretty straightforward. It did need to charge for a little bit, and then once you would do the initial pairing via the app, it does need to update, in which you're going to select your language and go through a very brief startup process. Nothing too difficult here. The app definitely walks you through it, so you're going to want to make sure you have that downloaded. I'll be using an iPhone for this review. My initial concern with daily use was that it was going to be far too heavy of a watch, or that the touchscreen wasn't going to be responsive, but both of those things melted away pretty fast, and in fact I really missed the circular form factor coming from an Apple Watch, and this form, the circular screen, and the actual thicker design of the watch, both are things that I prefer. I also really like the 4 different physical buttons that all do different things, so that you have dedicated access to what you need when you need it and not having to mess with the touchscreen so much. All right, so like I mentioned, I am an Apple user, iPhone here, and I am only really used to using an Apple Watch in the smartwatch space, so this was a new experience for me. This is the 45mm Apple Watch that I have. This is a Series 8. So for comparison, for size sake, you can see the difference here. This Kospet watch is definitely more substantial in size, so just for a size comparison, I wanted to show that off. So I've been using this one here, the Tank 3 Ultra 2, for about 3 months now doing the review, and it's held up pretty well. Now it does have the Gorilla Glass 5 screen. As you can see here, no major scratches or dings in that yet. I do not have the included screen protector installed in here. I just left it off because I wanted to see how the watch would do. No major dings on the rear side or anything like that. This is their rubber or silicone band. I guess the silicone band. It is pretty stretchy, and it gets a little bit more stretchy as it goes, and that's how it feels. All right, so back here for some functionality updates. So this you can swipe over and you can see your notifications. The biggest difference between this and the Apple Watch is that you cannot reply to text messages from here. Now you can answer a phone call, it will answer on the watch itself, but you're not able to actually respond to anything. And similarly, like say I have a timer set, I want to set a timer for 5 minutes, it will run here on the watch, but it does not let me control from the phone and cancel the timer. So there are some connectivity disadvantages when you have a Apple device and one of these. Assuming with Android you would have a little bit more compatibility, but I can't say that for sure. Now swiping up from the bottom, it gives you kind of a quick list where you can see your stress or blood pressure or blood oxygen or heart rate. You can have a scheduled alarm that goes off every day if you would like. And you can also control your media, which this function actually works really well. The weather on the watch will sometimes get a little bit lagged out, but a quick way to fix that is to launch the app inside of the phone. So here's how that app will look, and if you click on device, and then any delay that I had in the weather app will normally update on its own. And then all the functionality that's within the app, like being able to change your watch faces, or being able to put in how it syncs. Like for example, you are able to sync this to Apple Health, so you can do that with the app as well. So that's another nice feature. But yeah, just in general, you are going to lose some functionality when linking it to an iPhone compared to an Apple Watch. I do like this bottom button here that is customizable. I have it set to the calculator just because I do a lot of calculator work for work, and it's nice to just have this on my wrist. The upper right hand button, you can customize this menu where you can quick select different apps. The top left brings down your menu from the top. At night, I do put it in do not disturb so that it does not, be beeping at me, but the do not disturb function here does not link to the Apple iPhone. So if you have do not disturb settings here and you're used to an Apple Watch that syncs to your do not disturb, this will not do that. So you'll have to select that here in order to make that work. All right, now let's discuss changing out the watch band. Like I mentioned, I use the silicone band as my main daily driver, but to swap it out, you just release these little pins from the back side of the watch, and that's as easy as it gets. Any of these for the 22mm size will fit with this watch. Depending on the model that you get from Kospet, you may need different size bands, so make sure that you're specifying when you're ordering whatever you're gonna order. In this case, I did get the stainless steel band as an option here because I wanted to try out both. I haven't really had a lot of experience with stainless steel bands, and this one is actually quite comfortable. It opens from the mid section there, and then you can also remove these little sections if you need to. Otherwise, you can just feed the pin into it and then you attach it just like any other band to the back side of the watch. Once you lock in both sides, then you release the center clasp and you can slide it onto your wrist. This one actually fit me pretty well without having to take out one of the segments, but they did give you an extra one in case this one happens to be too small for you, or if it's too large, you could always remove one, and it's a pretty easy process overall. But yeah, overall, I think this is a tremendous watch in the under $200 price point, especially considering it has all of the same specs pretty much that an Apple Watch Ultra has, and even your leopard gecko will love it. And here's the proof if you were looking for that, but yeah. All right, I hope this video was helpful to you, especially if you're in the market for a new smartwatch, and even more so if you're someone like me who uses Apple devices and you're interested in, can you get a Android wearable or just another alternative out there that is not an Apple Watch. As I mentioned in the video, I think this is a great solution, especially for under $200. You're really not going to get the features that this thing has anywhere else that I can find. And I do believe that it is a great product. There'll be a link down in the description below for you to grab one of these if you would like. And it also helps support the channel. So thank you for that. And for those of you that are still here, remember @ToughGuysDIY on all social media channels if you're interested in what we're doing outside of things here on YouTube, and I will see you in the next project.